I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Ready. 5-8, 5-8. Check. No. Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Got a man. It's Brown. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Breeze. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 8 catches, 73 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelce. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Wentz now on first down, escaping the pressure right. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, it's Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sand. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Hey, kill. Hey, force, don't kill. Smooth. Hang in there. Punch.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. They'll run on first down. Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 22 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown. And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game. On second down now, it's Cook. And he'll take this one down near the 15. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Wentz going to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Check 24, check 24. Check safety, check safety. Very great. Slow, no. Under 10, 10. Kill. Shift. Check 99.
They'll run. It's Drake. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Check 24, check 24. Hey,
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
On 2nd and goal, Wentz. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On the ground, this is Johnson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Bree's going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down and 4, Breeze. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Ready. 5-8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. On first down, Johnson, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
95-56.
Throwing on second down, Breeze. This will be caught by Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be...
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Drew Brees, his second touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Rams have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point.
We always admire a guy who can go through his progressions and find the open receiver. I believe we just saw that there.
And we admire him just a little bit more when it goes for a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On play action, Wentz. And finding the tight end Hooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, stand.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 23.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Wentz now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after him.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Rams to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. It's complete to Brown, right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Check. I'm scared.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After the loss, here's 2nd and 12 from the 18. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They fake the give. Now Wentz sliding out of the pocket. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, it's Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Check three. Deuce.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Great 15. Mike's 50. Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. 50.
Now Wentz. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check.
On play action, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. To throw is Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
All day, baby. Let's go.
Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it and often in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. You're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Complete to Bryant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Over the middle here to Brown. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The line to gain is the 33. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Breeze now just one misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Got a man, it's Brown. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. He's to the 10, and he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Again, it's Breeze. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think the focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Here we go, back man. 280. 54. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Great 57. 54.
Again, it's Wentz. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go,
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll square off with the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being over in Arlington, where it'll be America's team, the Cowboys, taking on the Green Bay Packers. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we'll see the Browns and 49ers get after it out in Santa Clara. In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They run again on first down. Cook.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
It just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Throwing is Wentz. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're talking about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Down the man inside, down the man.
On second down, it's Drake trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a play fake. Breeze. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Play action. Now Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He completes it to Jones. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
74, 74. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the pass. Hey. High 7. 50, Mike 50. You.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Kill.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, now Breeze. He finds his man Johnson. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Well, again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach?
That was nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass, and that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man. On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now Wentz. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Wentz. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Tyson. Under 10, 10. Kill.
On play action, Wentz. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It's John Simon with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. Rip. What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Listen.
Check 99.
5'9".
Check 24.
Hey, Buzz.
54.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Martina Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Mike's at 59. Watch a slant.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4. On a jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Get ready.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hey, rip 5-2 out here.
Mike's 50.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated, the front and the back.
They got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Wentz going to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Fowler, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, echo.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Here we go.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz, open man, Erickson, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Complete. It's Johnson. Give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Breeze now to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Ready? 5 9. Easy, opposite.
They're running it.
Check 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got the tight end, Vanette. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's him carry for Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now Breeze on 3rd down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just stick with that.
I would think that they would, because if they were confident stepping it up to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory. Why would you change? Went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Wentz now to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Here's Wentz to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Wentz to throw again. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Wentz again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Johnson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So second and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, touchdown, L.A. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Wentz now on first down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Alex Erickson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
95-56.
On second down, it's Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
95-56. 95-56.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Rams, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back